Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. So, I'm Kevin, and today I'm so glad you decided to spend some time with me. We are going to look at a lot of different stuff today. BTC has hit 87K bullish. This is urgent advice. We're going to look at some top signals and the charts. We're going to look a little bit at how to avoid impermanent loss in our liquidity pools. We'll look at some strategies for rebalancing and look at ways we can protect our principal when we're yield farming. So we're going to cover all these essentials, not just Bitcoin, but we'll look at Ethereum and any other charts you all would like to look at today. And while we're live today, this is kind of impromptu. So if you have any questions, please comment. Please share your thoughts. Tell us your favorite altcoins, your favorite DeFi pools, lending protocol strategies. We'd love to hear your insights. So please make sure to become a part of the community and comment below. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell for more DeFi insights. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps keep you updated with the latest moves in the crypto and DeFi space. But quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, and everything we discuss here today is for educational and informational purposes only. Please do your own research and invest like an adult responsibly. Okay? Awesome. Now that we got that over with, let's get started, right? So for even more strategies, check out our website. I just posted a bunch of new articles. Most of them are free to the public. Some of them are behind a paywall, but the paywall is free. All I'm asking for is an email address because we'll be starting up a newsletter soon. And for the time being, we're going to, at minimum, make the first 50 members of our webpage free. And this is a good place where we can break down the complexities of decentralized finance for everyone out there and make it simple. I like simple. And if you're really, really serious about taking your DeFi knowledge to the next level, think about joining the Underdog Investment Group, 20% off your first month. It's the best private DeFi group out there. Some of these strategies even come from some of my mentors through them. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in today. And we're going to look at we are looking at the crypto market on the day, man. It is absolutely awesome. So the crypto market on the day, we got coins like Dogecoin still up 26%. Crow, which is the governance token of Crypto.com. I do hold some of it, but just to qualify for discounts within the Crypto.com card. We got links below. It's a reliable U.S. exchange along with Coinbase, Kraken. Whenever you use those links, it helps support the channel. But even if you don't, please use reputable exchanges. These three are. Use their own links if you don't want to use our affiliates. That is fine by me. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the markets, and altcoins are on fire. We got Pepe up 12%. We got WIF on the day up almost 20%. I'll have to take a look at that pool a little bit later. I even have positions here I'm considering cutting, but they're on a run right now, and might be time to take some profits, which is a little bit of what we're going to discuss later today. But before we do so, I wanted to go over to my X account and let you all know, I think there's a reason that Bitcoin is pumping so much. A big reason that Bitcoin is pumping so much. Hold on 1 second here. So check out this link, or not link, excuse me. Check out this post from Dennis Porter that I posted. I just got off another international call. Nation states are moving rapidly. It's all happening much faster than expected. The strategic Bitcoin reserve momentum is incredible. Countries are starting to get FOMO. The best part of this is that we are already in. Hopefully, you've already packed your bags, or at least you are like I was back when I was in my early teens, late teens, which was I was starting to pack up, but I was not ready to leave yet. But I never feel like I'm ready to leave when we're talking about the crypto space. I'm never all the way there. So right now, you're taking a look again at the S&P 500. Not really concerned with that today. Bitcoin dominance has taken a well, slight uptick, as you can see on the daily. You know what's interesting about this? Did we not talk about the dominance, support, and resistance the other day? And what happened when we went below the green line on the daily? We have popped right back up. This shows us that Bitcoin is strong. It is Bitcoin season, and we should probably position, in a sense, accordingly to what the market is telling us at this point. But this is what I've been waiting for, and that is to bring up the Bitcoin chart. We wanted to talk a little bit about technical analysis, and I think I'll have to move Smiley up just a little bit higher because we are now hit $87,000. Bitcoin is totally in price discovery. Now, hold on one second because I'm going to take us to the monthly chart. Let me resize this to fit the screen. It'll work better. 1 second. Oh, I'm zoomed in, that's why. Hold on. Readjust my monitor here. There we go. All right. So what you'll see here is you are looking at every single Bitcoin cycle. Now, if you were to look right here, you'll see this would have been cycle 1, right about here. Okay. I'm going to try to match it here. We have cycle 2, approximately here. We have cycle 3. Shoot, this one needs to be longer. Kind of like this. We have cycle 3, which would be right here. Hold on. Whoop. Cycle 3. Whoop. And cycle 4. That's now. Now, what you'll notice about all these different cycles is they tend to last about the same amount of time. Okay? Pretty much. Whoops. Right there. That's better. It's kind of like this. All right. So right now, anyone out in this space that's telling you Bitcoin is going to go to 100 or go to 120 or it's about to turn around because we've already ran to $80,000, 87, 88, $90,000. It's nobody knows. That is the truth. No one knows how far Bitcoin will run. But what we can do is we can take a look at some of our technical indicators, kind of guess what may happen in the near future. Now, if you've watched this channel, you'll know that we are not day traders. We are longer term swing traders and investors. We also like to cash flow a lot of our crypto positions in the DeFi space through lending protocols, through liquidity providing, and through yield farming. And we'll get into that if you stick around later in the live stream. Excuse me. But I really just wanted to celebrate because it has not been this bullish in the space in a long time. But I would not recommend getting leveraged right now. That would be a big mistake. A turnaround can happen at any time, but I would be thinking about what altcoins and what kind of portfolio allocations I would want to have during the next dip. Now that we're above in price discovery, somewhere between probably 70 and 80,000 is going to be the zone that we're going to come back to. So if we keep running, that may be 80. If we have a rejection and start turning around tomorrow, who knows? Now, if I go down onto a lower time frame, what do you notice? We are extremely bullish on the 4-hour, the 2-hour, and just starting to not look bullish on the 1-hour, which honestly doesn't mean much. So what I wanted to show you now is kind of a TA method that I think would be beneficial for a lot of you. Now, we're going to look at this on the weekly time frame. And what I'm going to talk to you about is how I would draw a cup and handle. Because everyone should have known that this was about to happen with Bitcoin. So let me pull up a blank chart. We'll just use Bitcoin off of Kraken. Okay. Now, let me take this one off. I don't need it right now. So you always want to find kind of your support when determining a cup and handle. Now, if we go down to the bottom of the bear, you'll see a massive one here. But if we go to the daily chart, you will see, let me zoom out a little bit, that we had a support zone right about here. It's hard for me to see. I probably need reading glasses here, old dad. Approximately 67, 68,000. Now I'm going to get my drawing tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw a curve from the bottom, or excuse me, the lip of our cup to the other lip of our cup. Now, this is not technical. There's a much more technical way to do it, but I just wanted to show you kind of quickly how you can use this to kind of get an idea of where you might want to buy. See, there's our cup, and there's our handle right here. Okay. Now, what you'll see is what happens after the downtrend, and then it hits the support / resistance line of the cup and handle. We go on a tear, right? We go on an absolute tear. Usually when this happens, a lot of times there can be a retracement back down into this area. So to me, if we ever have a retracement into the zone right here, it's a huge buy zone, which would be right around, 73,000 to say $67,000 range. That's pretty impromptu. It's not much, but I hope that you can actually use some of this strategy when you're making your own decisions in the market. For example, anywhere around the $67,000 to maybe $68,000 mark would have been a perfect time to load up Bitcoin before this happened. I am not buying a whole lot of coins right now. I want to kind of just ride this out, maybe take a few profits, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, and make sure that we're filling up our bags with some dry powder. That way, when the dips occur, more people will have dry powder to buy those dips. Now, the big thing is to be able to determine the best spots for buying and selling. You really need to get just a basic understanding of support and resistance levels, which we talk about all the time on this channel. So I hope this part right here, super informative. And for those of you all, if anyone here is new, I'd like to show you a couple charts that I like to use when kind of determining if we're local top, end of market cycles, definitely when to sell. And it's a web page called lookintobitcoin.com. Okay. So this site now is Bitcoin Magazine Pro. It got bought out. But what I'm going to do is, hold on, let me pull this up real quick and I'll put the link into the chat if anyone is interested. Maybe, maybe not. Hold on. I don't have my chat up anymore. Hold on 1 second. We'll get it up again. And what I'm going to do is anything that I provide during the live streams, I'm going to try to leave in the chat. So those who just came in, please like and subscribe to the channel. Put your comments in the chat. Let me know favorite altcoins, DeFi positions, charts you'd like to see, or just general questions you have. Or maybe you're just excited because the market has been so bullish lately. Now, what I'm putting in the chat right now is a link to look into bitcoin.com. Sorry, bitcoinmagazinepro.com. But we're going to focus on 3 charts today that I think are very important I have in the past. The first one is called the Pure Multiple. And this is basically a chart made specifically for, or excuse me, an indicator made specifically for Bitcoin. It uses, basically, it's looking at the supply side of Bitcoin, Bitcoin miners, the revenue they're making. So basically, what this means is when you see this big old yellow line coming up in the chart, and you can see during the last peak, the last 2 peaks, it was peaking right around 3.38. That was it. Lots of miners are selling when this indicator is peaking. And as you can see, since the beginning of Bitcoin, if you were to draw, well, hold on 1 second. That's not what I want. If you draw a straight line down, we have had diminishing returns with as far as how much Bitcoin is being sold by Bitcoin miners. Again, that's just that proves that our most favorite asset in nation, our most favorite asset in inflation hedge is actually doing what it should be doing, which is becoming a harder asset that fights inflation and allows us to transact without permission. Now, the Pure Multiple, this one I really keep an eye on. We already went up to about 0.3 earlier in the year. That was in the spring during that kind of mini bull run, mini altcoin season, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see now, we're only about not even halfway back to where we were yet. So this one, we got a long way to go, but I'm telling you, we barely made the red zone last year. So once we get back up into this range, getting kind of closer to where we were, I'm going to be laddering out most of my positions, and you should be too. One of the biggest problems here is people don't position when they should, which is when everybody's depressed, complaining, and calling you an idiot for investing in cryptocurrencies. Okay? If you've been here like I've been here for through the duration of this long bear market, we've kind of earned the right to take these profits. But at the same time, I feel like we also have a responsibility to let these new investors know what they're about to get into. The greatest asset in the world, but if you don't do your research and you don't learn about this space, you will get your financial butt handed to you in these markets. Your emotions are going to take the best of you and basically force you to make terrible decisions. So Bitcoin 8.3% up on the day. My goodness, guys. That is a lot. All right. I want to go look at our next chart, which is the MVRVZ score. Kind of a tongue twister there. This is a Bitcoin chart, and it uses blockchain analysis to identify periods where Bitcoin is either super overvalued or super undervalued. Basically, it uses the market value, which is a black line, the realized value, was the blue line, and then the z-score, which is a standard deviation that pulls out all the extremes, because Bitcoin's extremely volatile, so are the crypto markets, and puts them together on a chart. And what you'll notice is that during the peaks of the bull run, during the ends of altcoin season, when you need to be getting out of positions, that is when it peaks. This score peaks at the tops, right? Here it is during the first, and notice during the second. That's why so many, here, let me zoom in a little bit on this part. That's why so many analysts and influencers out there were screaming bull, even though this was a higher price target during the last bull run. It was this first peak that all the indicators were pointing that were the peak of the market cycle. I got roped into this, and yes, I made good profits, but I also lost a lot of money too, and that was because of FOMO. Do not let FOMO take your crypto bags, DeFi positions, or any other assets from you. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. All right. Let's zoom back out, because I want to show you this. If you look at the MVRVZ score, you'll notice that we peaked during the spring at around 2.95. Right now we're about 2.5. We may run all the way almost back up to where we were, but it wouldn't surprise me when it gets back up into that range that we start to have a dump, or we have one tomorrow, or just in the near future. I would expect there to be some kind of correction. The market is getting way over leveraged at this point. All right. But the last chart I wanted to show on Look at a Bitcoin before I get into my next thing is called the Rainbow Price Chart. All right. Let me find that one. There's a lot of really good ones here. I would definitely suggest looking at the Pi Cycle Top. I look at the Fear and Greed Index, but I don't make only my decisions based on fear and greed, because I mean, we can stay in extreme greed and extreme fear for long periods of time. See, we're back up in almost extreme greed right now, and last time we stayed in extreme greed for most of half a year or so. But this is the one I actually wanted to show you today. Pi Cycle Top is a good one too. Oh gosh, is it on? Hold on one second. Well, there we go. And that's called the Rainbow Price Chart. And when I first got into the crypto space, I used to watch a lot of Ben Cowan. I still do, especially for macro analysis. That's into the cryptoverse. In this space, you do need good and decent recommendations of where to get information from. And that would, maybe I'll even make a video on YouTube, other YouTube channels I like, or that would be a good video for the future. But anyway, what I want to do is show you the last cycle till now on the Rainbow Price Chart. You can see that we peaked in the dark orange and the light orange, and during our double top. Right now we are in the light green, and I would expect this probably to get up into the yellow range. And if you notice, I mean, gosh, that means we could easily hit into the 150, 160 range. Now, that does not mean I'm going to hold on to my entire bags all the way up to 50K. See, that is where people make a mistake in the crypto space, because they don't take profits on the way up. And I'm going to keep repeating that over and over again, because what wrecks people in this space is greed and fear, just like the stock market, but it's like it's on steroids in the crypto space. Go figure. All right. So just to recap, Rainbow Price Chart, excellent indicator to kind of show that the market is heating, overheating. We'll look at some more in other days, but like I said, Rainbow Chart, great to see momentum and heat in the market. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? What's the trend? Are we overheated? Are we way in oversold territory, etc.? I think that the other two charts we looked at, MVRVZ score and the Poirot multiple, are also excellent top indicators. Now, eventually, I'll also make a video on bottom indicators too, but I did want to get into my last thing today. So give me just a minute to pull everything up, get it ready, and then we are going to get started, okay? Awesome. So I'm going to excuse me. We're going to take a look at what are some of the best strategies that we can use when we are providing liquidity. You all know out there that I love to always have something educational during my streams. I was a school teacher by trade. That is what I get joy out of. It's been teaching others, obviously raising children, letting them, showing them the ways of the world, of finance, of history of politics. A lot of it is just a big scam. And I hope that I can use some of that skill set and my likability, and kind of, you're not going to get anything fake from me. You're going to get the truth. You're going to get a lot of mistakes. And again, I appreciate everyone who's here to watch this channel grow and learn from Dad's DeFi space. It's much appreciated. Please, please comment. Please like and subscribe. Share this video to anyone you think may benefit. Now, what I'm looking at here in just a minute is we are going to look into how we can avoid impermanent loss in our liquidity positions, which is crazy because if anything is going to hurt you. By the way, those who are in the live stream, Bitcoin is now at $87,823. We might be making a run for 90K. Look at this. Hold on. I want to bring up it. Oh, wow. That looks very bullish there. Now, how long do you think we can go before this runs out of steam? Mr. Smiley is going to have to move again. He's going to get poked in the face. This is exciting. So exciting. I'm so glad that you all are here for this. If I were you, not financial advice, I may consider taking some profits. Just want to load up a little bit of dry powder on the side. And let's now take a break. So I hope that it's been awesome today. If anyone wants to check out any altcoin charts, throw them into the chat. I would do it now. I see that there's 3 or 4 people on the live stream if you want. If not, that's fine too. I had a couple that I wanted to look at. First and foremost, I wanted to check out WIF. And I don't usually look at a lot of our altcoin positions, if you know what I mean, but this is one I really, really want to check out. So I'm gonna pull up the volume. It's not working for some reason. That's great. Oh, well. By the way, you know what? We almost always pull up our charts on TradingView. Have y'all ever checked out liquidity pairs on DEX tools? And I want to make sure that if you are in the DeFi space, you better know what DEX tools is. DEX tools is sort of like it's a analytics program, kind of like TradingView. So you can check out different pairs and liquidity pools that are just all over the crypto and the DeFi space. No, not token creator. DEX tools. There we go. We're going to go into my list. We'll take a look at this Brett, which is pumping in comparison to Ethereum. This is a Brett pool over on Aerodrome. It's massive. We are basically back in price discovery, it looks like. We broke resistance around 11:15, and we didn't just break it; we exploded through it on the 4 hour. Let's check a larger time frame, and let's see. I mean, even if I use that as support, which isn't, it's here. We exploded through that too on the daily, and the weekly is right there. So I'm going to be taking a look at this to see if we can break past 13 cents, because if Brett can break past 13 cents, that's on the USD value, not Ethereum value. That would be awesome. So on that note, if nobody has any altcoins for me to look at, I wanted to look again at my Orca positions today, just because WIF has been running so much. So we're going to head over to Orca version 2. Please comment below if you want me to make videos on any type of subject matter concerning the crypto and DeFi space, liquidity pools, lending protocols, altcoin positions, altcoin deep dives, charting, anything. But for more in-depth resources, head over to Dad's DeFi Space. We make DeFi easy to understand, accessible for everyone. And if you're looking to connect with other dedicated DeFi investors, join the Private Underdog Investing Group, best private community for exclusive strategies and support. And thank you all for being here today. Happy investing. Enjoy your week, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.